Alright, what's going on, guys? I'm here with the trades I made at this weekend's St. Louis Retro Gamers meetup, our monthly meetup. And the first thing you see here is a Super Nintendo. Now, I got this from 8-Bit, fellow YouTuber and longtime friend 8-Bit Goomba. This is my previous Super Nintendo. They are both the same model, the newer one with the sticker that says don't insert if the power's on. The older model, if you're unaware, has a piece of plastic in there. When you put the power on, it sticks it out, so you cannot insert a cart. Well, anyways, I needed a new one of these, and I've been keeping my eye out at Goodwill. You know, they hit Goodwill for anywhere from $9, $12, $15. So, for anybody who frequents and finds one of these, like myself, I still value a Super Nintendo at around $35. They've always been around there, and that's complete with controllers and cables and everything. Right now on eBay, they are going, and for a while now, they have been going for $60 to $70, which to me is just, you know, just a little absurd. But I was able to get this at a great price, even less than what I value it at. And the main reason I needed a new one was two main reasons. One, you'll notice here on the back of these, you know, you get your power insert there, your AV, and you see the little plastic circle there. Well, there isn't one right there. Sometimes after jamming these in long enough, and you know, it's brittle plastic after the years. I mean, you can see I've already got a little chip right there, and there's, you know, these get breaks in them. The plastic's not that durable. So that piece of plastic often breaks off a lot. And if your Super Nintendo has just two prongs like that, it means that one time or another, that circular plastic is broken off. And if that's happened, chances are that your power cable wiggles. And if it wiggles, then it's got a chance of resetting your game while you're playing, which has happened to me a lot. Now with this system I have, on top of that, I've had a problem with the pin connector with games wiggling back and forth and actually resetting from that. So while my Super Nintendo worked, you know, for the most part, it didn't really, I mean, it would give me problems now and then, but it was random. So, you know, you took a chance while playing it. It was time to get a new one. He gave me a great price on it. I gave him a couple bucks, and I even threw him a game. I threw him a game that in the trade was a $10 value, but I went ahead and it turned out to be, it was a copy of Star Wars for NES, which actually I think right now that's about a $15 or $20 or $25 game. So I felt, you know, I felt honored to let him have that one, and a solid trade there. So yeah, now I got a good, reliable Super Nintendo, and I got two of those. I got two NESs, so I'm good for now. Now, excuse me. The next game I got here, or the next item I got is a game, and it's Secret of Mana. Now, this is my 20th anniversary, and, well, Secret of Mana's 20th anniversary. I remember being on the pre-order list for this 20 years ago. I remember playing this all 4th of July weekend and on, so it's pretty much right around 20 years since I played this game, and, well, I haven't played it since then. I've popped it in here or there, and I mean, I remember this game very well. I played it a lot. I played it many times in my youth. I probably replayed this game more than any other RPG out there. And so, just such a great story and everything, so, you know, I really wasn't ever in a hurry to get it, but I did get it in a good trade, so I went ahead and picked that up. And the next thing I got is a Perler. I forget the gentleman's name where I got this from, but his daughter did make this, and she makes a lot of these apparently, and she's been selling to some stores like Jason over at Game Trader and whatnot, so I thought that was pretty cool. Figured I'd support that. Alright, and last but not least, this is probably the thing I'm most excited for, and a new path in my collecting, and that's my first CIB Game Boy game, and that's the Blues Brothers. I picked the Blues Brothers over a couple other rarer boxed CIB Game Boy games because I have the CIB Nintendo. So now I got both of those. Game Boy boxes are extremely rare. Game Boy boxes and manuals in general are among some of the most rarest boxes out there. They were thrown away much more frequently than even your NES boxes, because, you know, NES boxes still were kept sometimes to keep the game in. Most people having a black sleeve didn't really deem the black sleeve enough to keep on the shelves, although some of us did. Though pretty much everyone who got a Game Boy game considered this to be fine for storage. So once you got your case, most of the time you just took this out and this is all you kept. Nintendo even promoted, just not keeping your box, throwing out your box, by making lots of storage cases and carrying cases for these games. So there was never a point, I don't think at all, where Nintendo even designed or made this box for library storage. I believe it was just meant for basically distribution, and its idea was to throw it away. Now Nintendo knows themselves as a very collectible item, collectible name. Even though they make things due to budget and cheap and price, which this was based upon, I don't think it was made, like a CD even. It's not made to look really nice, but it's made for storage. So I don't think this was made for shelving storage, although, it still holds a box design. Anyways, what I'm trying to say here in this 2-minute long rant I just did is that people just threw away their Game Boy boxes. I remember going on summer vacations, and my brother and I would always get a Game Boy game each when we'd take a car vacation somewhere. And, well, first thing we'd do was open the games up and hand the boxes to our mom, and she'd throw them away. I remember doing that with several games. We'd keep the manuals. So basically that was a situation for a lot of people, and, Game Boy boxes are getting very, very valuable. I don't know how much this one is, but I can tell you that this box is worth about 3 times as much as the game, if not a lot more. There's very few of these Blues Brothers around. Only 1 or 2, I believe, have sold even last year, and there's one on eBay now for $399. And the guy I got this one has this CIB valued at about $69. That's kind of some of the last ones that were sold. So the only ones that are available are extremely rare. And I was going to give you an example. Amazing Tater is the most rarest game, one of the most rarest games for the Game Boy. The game alone can be about $400, $450, I think. I might have heard $750 or something. Well, if you have the game and the box and the manual, CIB, it can be worth, I heard about $2,400. And just the game and that was about $400. So the box and manual for Amazing Tater can go for well over $1,000 each. And there's a lot of Game Boy games that are getting to that point. And there's very rich people out there who collect stuff. And my buddy that I met over the weekend, who I met up with over the weekend, he sold a copy of a game for well over $2,000 to just a niche buyer over in France at one point. And he's got a lot of money invested in his collection. But if you have a lot of love for Nintendo, I was going to say a lot of money, but if you just have a lot of love for Nintendo and realize the rarity and wouldn't mind, even if you're just going to do it to sell it and just want to have that game pass through your collection or something, I think Game Boy games I think that's something pretty cool to collect. So I definitely am going to keep my eye open for Game Boy games. I don't know how much money I'm going to invest in them, but it's definitely something I'm going to be looking at from now on. So, alright, well that's it, guys. Until next time, peace.